Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome. How are you guys doing? This is the first little episode of Stuck at Home. I'm your host, Yikes, and I've got two very good friends with me today joining me. We have Sir Fuentes,
What's up?
and we have my good friend, Khalil. How you doing? You don't get a cool name. Khalil? Oh, God, we killed him.
Did we kill him?
He's dead. The memes were too strong.
Oh no.
Rest in peace. Well, originally I brought you guys here just to kind of hang out and chill. My idea with this was to get people that I'm friends with who haven't met each other or have like only met like once or twice, and just kind of sit them down and see what happens.
I'm down with it.
So we should be. I feel like we might have a couple extra people filter in during the recording of this. Khalil might filter in if he gets the chance.
I
Hello?
hope so.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, I just got you another person on here.
Another person? Who is it?
Yeah. It's this girl. She go by Twerkstar Diva 959,
All right, I'm
and
listening.
she wanted to come on and just show you her art.
What does 959 mean? Is that like your birth year or something cute like that? Wow, great. Who is that? Is that oh, they're gone. They're gone. No, they're back. They're back. We are being recorded.
Welcome.
Our icons are being broadcasted live to my hard drive.
Wait, are we recording already?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, hi guys.
Hello. Oh, he's gone again.
It's Kahan. I don't know why you.
This is
Hi, Kahan.
Hey, Kahan.
Oh,
You can stay here.
hi.
If you want. Ooh.
Trying to.
You sound robot-y. That means you're on data and not Wi-Fi, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, see, I've got magical ears. I can hear, I can smell these kind of things like butter on toast.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah, eavesdropping is a pretty bad habit of mine. It's an issue.
I want to redo my intro.
And joining me today is. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for me, Mister? What was your name again?
Hi, my name's Khalil. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
I want to go back to video. All
Khalil,
right, what's up?
Khalil, my good friend. Khalil is my friend from high school, technically. Fuentes is my friend from college. I went to a college, believe it or not. Kahan, why don't you explain how you're related to this wacky individual?
Yeah. So I was there when Naquan was born. Um, I guess someone considered me something of an imaginary friend. I consider myself something of like a brother, maybe even like I don't know, cousin. Definitely more than friends, though. We're definitely more than friends.
Yeah,
I just wanted to solidify that our relationship is.
I mean, how serious is it?
It's definitely like it's a capital R relationship, honestly.
Okay.
It's definitely one of those like you wash my backs, I'll wash yours kind of relationships.
Is
Yeah,
it
and I don't even like touching back.
But he's got my back.
You don't like touching back? Well, no, Quan has a particularly sweaty back. I don't know if you guys know this about him.
Look, okay, my scales do not handle heat well, and I overheat a lot, so it's just not a good combination.
You have a sweaty back, bro?
I have a scaly back, all right? Leave me alone.
You have a scaly back?
Yeah.
I'm on Kahan's side. Wow.
10 summers in the Sahara really does a number on you.
It develops scales on your back.
Jergens also does a number, and I keep telling you if you would just use some Jergens.
I got bit by a lot of glowing reptiles, okay?
Use some Jergens.
Why don't you find a nice woman to settle down with and she can rub your back with some Jergens, but you make it so difficult, Yaquan.
Jergens doesn't heal radioactivity.
What about Johnson and Johnson?
It heals my loneliness at night.
Johnson. Oh.
Whoa! You are in a relationship. You are not lonely at night. Don't freaking co-op. Don't co-op my community's trauma. You gentrifier.
There are real people.
It's gentrified.
There are real single people out there who are actually lonely, and you're
Yeah,
making a
exactly.
mockery.
You're making a
let me-
mockery of singleness. You know, I need a safe space. I want this.
Let me not
I
offend
just
the
a safe
single
space.
community.
Don't watch your tongue. All right. If I don't like what you say, if I don't like what you say, it's against the law. All right.
Whoa, 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 whoa. See. Now, if I like a single person, now all of a sudden I'm fetishizing a single person.
Okay, Gad.
The
Okay,
incel
Gad,
army's gonna
sad.
rise up.
Whoa. I'm hanging up.
You said the People's Army?
The incel army is gonna storm this
The
video.
incel. I mean,
They're
Gen
gonna
Z.
storm this chat.
Gen Z is full of incels, so that does make sense.
Well, yeah, because they're all like 13.
No, we're Gen
No,
Z. That's
we're Gen Z.
We're not Gen Z. We're Gen Y.
No, we're Gen Z, sir.
No,
No
we're
way.
Zoomers.
We're not Gen Z. We're not Zoomers. Zoomers are like
Yes, we are Zoomers.
We're not Y, Equan. Millennials are Y.
No,
No, yeah,
millennials.
Quan, we know what he's talking about.
Millennials are different. Millennials are come after Gen X.
That's Y.
What? That's why.
No, there's Gen
Oh my
millennials,
God.
there's Gen Y, Gen Z. That's how I'm looking that up right now.
It goes Gen Millennials, Gen Y, and Gen Z.
What is that called? What's that generation?
Bro, shut up, Zoomer.
A doomer. Did
Oh,
you just
wow.
call me a doomer? Listen here.
Zoomer.
I'll have you know.
What, Zoomer?
I'll have you know.
What,
the
Zoomer?
economy is failing us right now. Disease is taking over our world, and national economies and governments are on the brink of collapse.
Whoa,
But-
that sounds like nationalism to me.
No. I swear I'm not a doomer because there's a silver lining to things. You can still save 15% or more by switching your car insurance to Poopco.
I hated that.
I think it was the best part of that joke for me was the fact that he specifically didn't say the name of a real company, which was pretty tactful. That was the highlight of the joke.
We're not getting sponsored out here, bro.
I am.
The pinnacle of the joke is how you subverted my expectation at the very last moment with your made up company name.
You thought it was gonna be, but it was me, Poopco.
So we're making poop jokes now? That doesn't really work with my brand, Yaquan.
What is your brand? It's not. I thought you were sponsored by the baby wipe company.
Are you like piss jokes type of guy?
I thought you were sponsored
Golden
by
shower
Dude Wipes.
Soft streaks, bro. Soft streaks.
Soft streaks.
You gotta have the big ones with the aloe in it.
Oh God, we are millennials. We're Gen Y. Millennials are 1980
We're
to
not
2000.
millennials. That's
Nin-
not true. What website are you on, bro? Bro, no.
Thoughtco.com.
Get off of thoughtco.com.
No, I need my
Nobody uses
thoughts, man.
Thoughtco. You said what type of sheep, bro? What type of sheep?
We're not
You said
sponsored.
1980.
Yeah, 1980 to 2000. Here, wait. This so
That
CNN.
sounds
We
too
can
long.
trust CNN. They're not biased. They say CNN. What would they have to be biased about? Baby boomers are 46 through 64. So those are boomers. Gen X is 1965 to 1980.
Hold on. They started boomers at the tail
Ooh.
end, and they started boomers in the late 40s.
Boomers
Not just
started,
the entirety of the 40s.
No, boomers started in the late 40s and ended in the early 60s. Get this, right?
Oh, I guess yeah.
CNN has millennials as 1981 to 1996, sometimes listed as 2000. So we're still millennials, and well, some of us are still millennials in that year because Gen Z.
I don't know.
Gen Z starts 1997, so I might be Gen Z, but you guys might be millennials.
Yeah,
See,
I
I
was about to
put
say,
it
I'm
at I put it at 95. That's where I put my window.
For millennials,
Yeah.
so you consider yourself.
That's
Gen
like the
Z.
cutoff.
You're doing
Yeah,
like the whole.
me and Khalil are cuspy.
What decides that? What decides generation? Is it like technology, or is there like some big advancement in some kind of like what decides?
It's like I think it's roughly 20 years.
Huh.
God decides that.
But I guess boomers are named that because of the boom after World War II, post
There
war
was a lot.
boom.
There was a lot of boom boom in those old king size mattresses.
I'm ready to see the.
I mean, there's gonna be
coronavirus.
like
Oh, did I kill the vibe?
Huh?
I don't know what just happened.
What were you saying, Fuentes? Fuentes?
Oh no, they got Quintez.
No.
They got me hitting every single red light out here.
You are you out here playing
John,
GTA or
tell us about
something?
your event. Tell us about your adventure right now.
I'm driving down Broad Street, heading west towards the pink cotton candy colored sky, seeing the silhouette of my city.
What are you playing?
It's like gay Batman.
Are you driving somewhere?
Yeah.
You shouldn't podcast and drive. That's like dangerous.
What?
No,
No.
all it is talking.
Oh, what now?
All he's doing is talking.
It's just talking.
I can't hear
I talk
you.
to myself when I'm driving.
I see how it is. Huh.
What does that mean?
Well, where did Fuentes go? That's crazy.
I'm right here.
Oh, what happened? We were calling your name.
In my head, he's like
Oh,
under
yeah.
the throw pillow on the couch.
My thing, it disconnected. Well, I was still in the chat,
That's so
but I
weird.
couldn't hear anything.
That
So I
happened
had
to me
to
in
turn
the
off the Wi-Fi and all that.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you said because you started a thought and then I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just saying like Corona boomers. Like there's gonna be like a boomers part 2 because like people are stuck at home.
I don't know.
And
Not
if
all
they're
of
in
them
their
have
30s,
Wi-Fi,
they'll
so.
take control
How
of
many,
the establishments and everything like that.
yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like honestly, like as part of the single committee, no.
I don't know, man. I think
I mean,
it's
you
gonna
could
be
produce them Cabbage Patch Kids if you wanted to.
Right.
Like go in the Cabbage Patch field and just let yourself go.
Is that a dreadhead joke?
I don't
Yeah.
think cabbages have dreads.
I thought that was a JoJo's joke.
No, no. There was like a bit in Robot Chicken where this guy, they were like, Cletus, God damn it, we told you to stop jerking off in the Cabbage Patch fields, and then Cabbage Patch Kids became a thing.
Those were the big
Relatable. Relatable.
That's so stupid.
That sounds like how Kentucky. That sounds like the origin of Kentucky.
Yeah,
Of
that in
Kentucky.
Florida. Florida
That's
just full of a bunch of Cabbage Patch
Florida
Kids.
man.
That's Florida man's origin story.
Florida man jacks off on cabbages.
I'm about to Google that. Let's see. Florida man masturbates. Florida man.
It's like a Florida man masturbate. That's like saying sky blue.
Florida man
Produce.
creates
Not
cats full
news.
of cabbage kids.
Florida man masturbates produce.
No.
he masturbates produce. He doesn't masturbate onto them. He masturbates them.
Yo, the first title I find is "Man punches elderly man when told to stop masturbating at Miami supermarket parking lot."
Boo.
Wait. Who punched who?
He punched the old man.
The old man who
man
was
told him to stop
masturbating?
No, the young man was masturbating. The old man told him to stop.
He punched him. I'm not finished.
The old man told him to stop. He was like, "Fuck no!" He punched him.
I will not stop. How dare you?
Not all heroes wear
Little
capes.
did you know.
I was spreading my siege to these Cabbage Patches.
Wow.
I am busy here.
I actually
I'm
came
trying
here.
to repopulate the Cabbage Patch Kids.
There's a lot of Florida man masturbating news headlines.
I'm not surprised.
I would never want to live there. No offense.
I
Man.
wouldn't trust.
Man arrested for choking chicken at Piggly Wiggly. We've all done that before. We've all beat off to some.
Wait, so he
Cut,
twiddled.
edit. That's cancel. I'm canceled.
Are you telling me he twiddled his diddle at the Piggly Wiggle?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're not saying something that's gonna get you canceled, then don't talk. Don't speak.
Well, I have something I've been thinking a lot about with the power structure and how when you really bring up things like politics based around how you center on your identity.
I don't like when people are so focused on identity because it takes away from the actual issue at cause and makes it more about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not necessarily about your identity. It's kind of like more about like the beliefs that go along with your identity, and then how those like relate to the world. But people just get so caught up in like me.
Right.
You guys, I was joking. Now I'm about to fucking write a Twitter thread. That's crazy what you just said.
Me.
Yeah,
Wow.
say something so controversial yet so brave.
Because
Yeah,
I
man,
love
you
my
you can't
emotions.
say me twice. That's basically saying me too, and you're not allowed to say me too either. If you have a penis, you're not allowed to say me too.
I thought my subjective experiences were a big enough basis to build reality upon. It's really crazy that you're saying that my emotions don't matter. It's really fucked up if you think about it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you weren't so fucking stupid, then maybe I consider your emotions valid. But you're too stupid to tell the difference between what you think the world is and what the world actually is. So when you grow the fuck up and get an actual opinion,
Damn, he's just going off. Going off like the fucking Florida man at the Piggly Wiggly, man. He's just going there.
The Florida man.
He's choking cocks left and right.
maybe if you just grow the fuck up and put some shoes on instead of trying to wrap the world in leather, you'd be better off.
What is
Damn, is that a vegan protest? No
like
leather?
it.
He was
No,
he was
it's just something that really woke people say.
Oh,
What's,
I don't listen to Kanye, so I don't know what you're saying. I'm not woke enough.
You're not woke.
whoa.
I'm not woke.
If you're not woke, you're a joke.
For some reason, whenever I say woke, I get invoked to like say it with like I say it with a Jewish New York girl's voice. So whenever I say you're not woke, that's just how I feel. Is like a Jewish woman from Broad City, specifically
wow.
Abby.
Abby and Alana, you feel that woke?
I feel specifically Abby. You're not.
Oh,
what?
gotcha.
You just have to
Sometimes I feel like Barack
Abby.
Obama.
Is it time for me to get into Broad City?
You feel like you brown. You feel like
Broad
you
City is
brown
the
people,
shit.
Khalil?
Sometimes.
Guys, I am so proud of myself because there are a lot of things that I have done over quarantine, but one of the things I am the most proud of doing is finally starting Community.
Dude, such a good show.
Took me so long. I used to watch it as a kid growing up, so then I just thought, oh,
But that was before you really appreciated Dan Harmon.
Right.
The Russo brothers used to work on it.
That's true. Yeah, they were on.
They did the paintball episode.
You know, I watched a couple seasons before I realized they were at a community school, and now we can win the title.
Community college, yeah.
I was like, where the fuck are the dorms, bro? Why are they not having hijinks in their dorms?
Abed has a dorm.
He does. Him and Troy.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
And they have an Imaginorium.
Who's that again? Who's Abed?
Abed the shaman.
Sorry, I had to drink some water. Abed is the little Indian boy. He's one of the main characters, and he's in.
No, he's Pakistani.
Pakistani.
Oh, that's racist.
That was.
that's racist. Pay attention to the partition, bro. Wow.
Well, yeah, dude, we're gonna have to kick you off your own show.
I thought he was named.
Wow. You're using nationalist ideology.
American.
Yeah, Quan, you're not woke.
You're not woke, bro.
bro.
Dude, listen to Jesus is King and tell me you're not woke.
Facts, bro.
That album has some good production. I tell you what. Am I woke
yet? I tell you what.
Am I woke
yet? You fuck with Christ, our Lord and Savior, or not?
Dude, I'm messing with. I don't believe.
Said Christians in the 1500s.
I don't believe in the word slavery. I call them helpers.
Oh my god.
I call them unwilling immigrants.
I call them. Wait, we got like so far off. Off.
I call them president. I call them presidential.
A presidential?
I call them presidential jobs.
Like President Steve Jobs? Is that what you're saying? I can't.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, guys,
Jesus, Sky looks crazy.
How has you guys' quarantine been?
Definitely been insightful. I started therapy during all of this. I started doing teletherapy. Yeah, there's been there was
because of quarantine, they just weren't doing as much teletherapy. People didn't want to convert to teletherapy, and me being the early adopter that I am was like, hell yeah, I prefer teletherapy to actual therapy. Why would I drive anywhere if I could just talk to you on my I can FaceTime my therapist.
Nice.
That's
How
great.
does that work? Like, do you use like a specific program or?
Yeah, you have to use a specific website that complies with HIPAA standards.
Okay, that's cool.
So different agencies use different services.
And is it like through insurance, or is it just like just anywhere?
Yeah, it's
like I have my governmentally subsidized insurance plan, i.e. CareSource, so I don't have to pay anything. Like I called them and they're like, yeah, bro, you have to assume zero financial responsibility. And I was like, zero responsibility, say less.
That's pretty gnarly.
Do you think it's been helping as like just an outlet to get your thoughts out?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely helps. It's even changed the way that I do my meditation practice now, because now I can just have these like honest conversations as long as I give myself a starting point. So like I might play around with like my relationship with God for meditation, but I think it's really helped me understand myself. It gave me the space to be more expressive and vulnerable. And once I started like allowing myself to feel more and just be okay with like I guess crying and just accepting the feelings as they were, it's like there's been no shortage of like tears in my eyes. But it could even be like I could be grateful to have my friends while I'm meditating, and I'll start tearing up now. So I feel like the whole process has definitely opened me up to like the whole spectrum of emotion a little more, and yeah, it's been pretty nice.
That is beautiful. Badass.
That's good.
And like plus like at the same time, it's been I've been watching. What's that show called? Midnight Gospel. I watched Midnight Gospel, and
oh my god, yes,
it's just been like a wholly transformative experience, man. Honestly.
Cool.
I was going to watch Midnight. I was gonna finish it tonight, but I started watching Solar Opposites instead.
Oh, dude,
Solar Opposites is hitting.
Also a good show, but I also binged I binged Midnight Gospel and Solar Opposite in like a day each.
It's so good.
Solar Opposite.
Solar Opposite is really interesting.
Yeah, Fuentes, I've got to thank you for bringing me onto that show. So Midnight Gospel. I think it was you and Kahan both at the same time, kind of like told me about it. I think.
Dude, that show wrecked me. Like, just the conversations, how like honest and raw they were, especially like the last episode with his mom, was just like I got angry because I was like, oh my god, like because like a show's never like I don't know pushed me emotionally that way before, so it was just like insane,
bro. I think the trick up their sleeve is that they're like, hey, if you can feel underneath your skin and you can listen and you can see all simultaneously, then you're absolutely present. And then you realize, so then you get absolutely present, and then they're just like emotion bomb, and you're just like, fuck, I feel this.
Yeah,
I haven't finished. I haven't seen the episode you're referencing.
He's spoiling it. I like that one.
I don't know if I spoiled it.
I really like that one guy who was talking about he was talking about like enlightenment, like reaching that state of enlightenment, and like enlightenment is kind of like, for me, I translated it as like enlightenment is like that breathing technique from Demon Slayer, where like yeah, you can do it, but you can also like accomplish like constant like enlightenment, like it's a state of being. And he was all like, yeah, so like I just try to be enlightened like 24 hours a day. Like, because there's like that Zen kind of mode in meditation that you get when you're like deep in meditation. So it's like trying to stretch that out or some shit like that.
I mean, I think there's something to be said that when you're truly present with yourself, when you truly just like feel what's going on, you look at what's going on, you hear what's going on, and you just become present, then you realize that like the whole sum of your existence is really just like this whole beautiful interaction and interdependence with the rest of the world. And that's what makes that like, it's just like everything becomes extraordinary when you just sit in that state and are just like being present with everything. I I took an hour-long walk today and was just enjoying some meditation while I was walking, and just kind of just kind of I just kind of felt once you start examining yourself, then you just realize that just experiencing existence is more often than not like enough.
True that. I've honestly been really just kind of scared and frightened of going outside with the whole people are not really respective of personal boundaries in my neighborhood. So it's like it's hard for me, like as someone who's still technically an essential worker, like out there
Mhm.
having people like run next to me, like while I'm just trying to be out and get some space. So like I haven't really left my house in over a month as like substantial like walking. You know what I mean?
It's hard. Like I know what you mean. Like the I'm living with my fiance right now in like the town. They don't. I mean, like it's just hard because some people, for some reason, they're like, "Oh, it's a giant conspiracy. We've all had this
Yeah,
before." And whether that's the case or not, it's still like I don't know how this affects everyone. You know, it affects. Sometimes it could really fuck up a person who has a really good immune system. Like I just don't know what the symptoms are in people, not in general, but like, the
yeah,
people who protest the lockdown and for some reason say that they're being oppressed and their rights are being stripped. It's like, well, in the first place, people just stayed home and watched Netflix anyways, but now that you're being told to, now
yeah.
you have a problem with it.
I think the idea they're getting at is like it should be their right to choose, like if they want to like go to work
Yeah,
and be
it's like,
out and be in church. Like, well, there is that like their extent at some point. It's like it can also affect other people around them who didn't choose to go to church but still got sick from you.
yeah, it's like anti vaxxers. It's like, yeah, it's your right to not do it.
Sure, right,
Follow
but
proto, it's your right to not
yeah,
do it, but I don't know. I feel like in those cases, there's again, I'm just speaking from like my own end. It just seems like a lot of selfishness where it's like, oh, I have to go out and get a haircut,
yeah,
or I have to go out to a bar
just
and get a drink.
an overabundance of bad judgment calls.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm gonna not wear a mask, or I'm gonna wear a mask, but I'm gonna cut a hole for my cigarette.
Dude, I
Whoa,
saw
wait. Sometimes you need that smoke while you're being safe, bro.
okay, but
Did y'all
like
see that Standard was like bumping Standard Hall?
Standard Hall. Oh, really?
Mm.
Wait, what happened? Yeah,
The bar,
Standard Hall was booming today. The bar is open,
the bars are
bro.
bumping.
Oh yeah, the restaurant's open.
The
I
White
saw it on somebody's story.
the White House literally said Columbus is going to
No.
be a place to watch. Like so we're like a national spectacle for the rest of the world right now. The rest of the United States.
Wait, Standard is open right now? Bro, watch Freddy's story. It's crazy. It's like a sea of people in that mug.
I
It's
wish I
just
could.
It
gonna
might be a.
Yeah, so this is the
it's gonna
start of
spike.
this is the start of the Corona boomers, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It
People
is
just getting
open like
pregnant.
crazy. Oh my
See, it's
god! It is booming.
survival of the fittest.
Yeah, like might make sure
Hey,
I
I mean, see, and like that's like the thing is that at the same time, like, yeah, like there's a whole bunch of.
bless you.
Listen, man. If it's
Merci.
obviously you don't want to be fit and you want to die, so like that's your choice. That's your right. If you want to die, by all means. Granted, you might take some
Bless
people
you.
with you, but hey, that's on your conscience too.
Well,
Yo, there's so many people at Standard.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
there's
like
a lot. There's a lot of people there.
that's like when this
This is
whole
at
thing,
least like 100 people.
dude, when this whole thing first like started popping off, my stepbrother went to Florida for spring break. Okay, they need to stop. I'm going to throw something through the screen.
What is happening?
Somebody's being attacked by a pepper grinder.
Yo, I
keeping
can't
them
believe that
hostage with a
Standard has
peddler.
that many people there. I hope they get shut down. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
And it seems
Wow.
like what's his name, the governor DeWine. Like I feel like he only started lifting up all the stuff out of like social pressure
Yeah,
from everyone.
everybody's pissed because they can't work, but at the same time,
And
like
like that's
safety.
understandable.
Yeah,
Like that's understandable because it's like how I mean like it just opens up another can of worms about like how you feel about how the government should be using the money
and
from
yeah,
taxes. And it's like, okay, well, why do we live, in a country where if there's a pandemic, the first thing we have to worry about is, oh shit, how are we going to pay our rent or mortgage or pay for groceries if everything's shut down? It just opens up a whole new conversation on that.
wow.
And I don't know. I don't know if they're just not ready for it or they're just choosing not to be ready for that conversation.
I just saw the video of them outside of Standard.
That is crazy.
Ridiculous.
That's a lot of people. I'm here for the economy reopening. I'm here for us lifting certain restrictions. I'm here for all of that. But to have Standard popping right now, that's different. I don't think bars should be open. I don't think restaurants should be seating people. But I'm here for people getting back to work for sure. I'm here for that for sure.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
very worried about the
well,
economy.
for me, it would be one thing if like I was actually seeing like proper social distancing measures like taking place. Like, yeah, they closed down the what's it called, the playgrounds and stuff. But whenever I go to stores and whenever I go to like Walmart or Target, if I ever leave, I see just clusters of people, like teenagers and like younger people, parents with kids that don't have masks on. The last time I went to Target, I saw the 70-year-old grandma in like one of those mobile scooters with oxygen tanks on her back, no fucking mask. I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing? Wear a mask.
She living it.
You have actual oxygen going into your mouth because you need help breathing because you are frail. And you know what? Fucking power to you. Power to you. More power to you. These grandmas are out here getting too bold.
Dude, they don't care.
I mean,
They've lived their life. They're ready to party at Walmart.
Have you guys seen any like Khalil, how's Corona going for you? You been to any Corona barbecues?
No, no, I haven't been to a Corona barbecue yet. That sounds delicious though. Corona has been one hell of a pandemic for me, honestly. It's been very weird. It's just been weird, man. Honestly, it's just been weird adjusting to this new normal and thinking about the social ramifications of it
Yeah.
in this impending economic crisis we have on our hands. Honestly, like I don't know about y'all, but my job field is pretty gone right now, and I don't know when it's coming back. And it's just like wow, we're living in a strange time for sure.
Everything is so hectic. I thought I just saw something. Yeah, it's.
What did you used to do before?
I worked I worked in TV. I worked in TV, so I was helping shooting a lot of shit coming through town and whatnot. But all that's done right now while traveling is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried, y'all. I mean, we're all young. First economic crisis, and this is gonna be the biggest one in like 100 years. So, hope everybody's ready. Cheers.
Don't be scared. Do you guys have any food in your basement yet?
Yeah.
No,
Things get real bad. You need more toilet paper.
We got the beans packed up.
Oh yeah.
I'm not that worried yet.
You should be because people have died before and they will die again.
People will always die.
Yeah.
People have died before, and they'll die again. So be worried.
It's a scary
You know, most people who have ever lived are actually dead. There's more people dead than there are alive. So.
Whoa, you sound like a Republican.
I don't
That's
even know
because
what that means, but it's funny.
that's because I painted my chest red.
Were you on some like sort of spirit journey or something?
It
if by spirit journey you mean I'm tired of the damn Dems, then yes.
Oh no, we're getting political. This is what they warned me not to do. This is what Fuentes egged me on to do.
Dude, you can't have a podcast without politics. Haven't you seen any podcast before?
Honestly,
You
I
see
really.
any podcast?
You've seen
I mean,
any
it's just
podcast.
hard.
It is. There's
You
like
can't avoid it. You have to. It's harder to avoid it than to engage in it. You know what I mean? Like it's
You want to
hard to
avoid talking
avoid it.
about podcast? You want to avoid talking about politics? You sound like a Republican.
I know.
That's
With
not
that
true.
statement, you could tell who I voted for.
That's not true because a Republican would say, "Debate me, debate me, debate me."
And then a liberal would say, "I'm
Somebody
recording
who's
you."
right.
I'm recording you. I don't have to respond to you, fascist. As long as we can agree that both sides have complete, absolute weirdo whack jobs and that nobody's right about everything 100%, I think we can all
As
just
long
get
as
along.
there's fine people that the sides are a myth. There's fine people on both sides.
Am I asking for a lot? Is that too much?
There's fine people
You're
on
asking
both
for
sides.
too much. Ed, you're making it too much about me right now.
Oh no, I'm one of those people.
Yeah,
You're one of those hosts? Wow.
But I know what's best for everyone. They should
Now you sound like a Republican and a liberal.
I'm on both sides, baby.
Liberalism be like, I know what they need, and they need to do it by themselves, so let us do it for them.
They need us to have more white people write colored people into our books.
We need more boomers as president.
We need a
We
new
need to
star
value
of your
people based
strategy.
solely on how they look and not on the merit of their ideas.
We value people on how they can get their ideas out, unless they're Joe Biden. And their brain melts every 5 seconds.
Do you have a problem with Brother Joe?
No, no, but I have a problem with Corn Pop because Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Who's Corn Pop?
Corn Pop was a bad dude. Corn Pop was this it's this Joe Biden speech where he's kind of just like his brain kind of has a meltdown as he's speaking and he just goes off on these tangents about this. I can't even describe it. Like me trying to re-explain it to you is going to sound really stupid, so I'm not even going to try because I don't know.
That sounds like him.
I don't know what he said.
That sounds like him every time he speaks.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and he's the
Dude, I love it when he speaks. He says the weirdest shit ever. Like when he used to be a lifeguard. That story.
Yeah, that's the
still
Corn
haunts.
Pop story. Joe Biden is.
Is that the story where he rubs the black boy's legs?
I think so. Yeah. Like
he said in Little Black Boys, they used to let me. It was so weird. How did that story go? Isn't like the black kids let me rub their legs or some shit like that?
Like
what the hell?
They used to sit on my lap, and I loved it when they sat on my lap.
You're going through what I'm going through, like trying to remember it, but it was so incoherent that I can only like sparse bits and pieces of it. I don't know how he strung those words together, but god damn it, he did it. So maybe he does deserve to be president.
I think it's called dementia. That's how we did it.
Is that a superpower?
Maybe
my cat had dementia. It was crazy.
It's dementia.
Your cat had dementia? Tell us the story. I mean, he used to bark. He used to bark when he wanted to eat, and it was really.
Who? What?
Yo, what's wrong with your cat? He got dementia. He doesn't know he's not a dog. He thinks he's a dog. It's weird.
I hope that cat came with a receipt. Need to return that shit.
Yeah,
it needs to get refurbished.
You need to take it back like, hey, PetSmart, my pet's dumb.
Is it PetSmart or PetSmart? Clever one. Clever one. Clever.
The cat would bark.
It's like a cat and dog kind of situation, but in the mind. Multiple personality. Hello? Hello? I did this last time. What the heck? Welcome back, guys. Khan had to go. He had something super, very important, secret, and dangerous to take care of. So he's gonna be taking care of that. But I'm still here with Sir Fuentes and Khalil. Guys,
Hey,
Hopping. Yeah.
thanks for sticking around, and we've made it to like the blank waypoint during the show. It's like somewhere between half and end point. We're in the final stretch.
We're at
yes.
the end game.
Maybe. Who could say? This is like the Avengers Endgame of the podcast. We were talking about quarantine catch-ups. Have you guys gotten catching up with any shows lately? Any like interesting finds you found in your man cave?
Just the manic, depressive drama that is my life.
Ooh, is that on Hulu?
I wish, but didn't really get picked up for a series.
Oh yeah, you should have gone with Netflix, man. They'll
Yeah.
fund anything.
Honestly, at this point.
They fund Adam Sandler, so I mean, you could definitely.
Whoa! That's a comedic genius.
I mean, like,
Honestly?
yes, until I saw The Ridiculous Six.
Yeah, like good actor. I think Adam Sandler is a criminally underrated actor, but he has
He
the
really
worst
is.
material. Like the worst material.
Uncut
Well,
Gems. Phenomenal.
he has a tough life, bro. Imagine it. You wake up and you're Adam Sandler. That's hard.
That shit's hard.
That's
No, I know
hard,
what
bro.
you mean, though.
Everybody's asking you to make another happy. You just want to make another Jack and Jill.
Honestly,
I'm sorry. I get it's dumb, but you have fun doing it. You have kids. They like it.
for for Jack and Jill 2, I want it to be about Al Pacino's character having to do his sister comes into town.
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino's sister
You-
comes into town.
You assume that I've
That's
seen
the
Jack and
spin-off.
Jill.
Oh, you haven't?
Hell no.
I've only seen the reviews. All right, I'm not. I'm pretty cool, guys. I watch all my videos through other people on YouTube.
Wow.
So you have? Does that mean, Khalil, you haven't seen the Dunkin' Donuts ad with Al Pacino
No.
from Jack and
Dude,
Jill?
so good.
Oh my goodness!
No. Sounds amazing.
It's what is it? Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Yeah, it'd be like Al Pacino. It's
What's
not
my
Al
name?
anymore. Call me Dunk.
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino? Don't mind if I
What?
do.
Dunkachino. That's my name.
What's my name?
Dunkachino. Say hello. It was like, we've got lots of donuts and milk to end. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
No one ever
Al
allowed to
Pacino
see this.
sold out hard.
He sold out.
That's Al Pacino you're talking about.
He's a sellout, man. He used to make real movies, man. I haven't watched any movies lately, but I started Solar Opposites too. I remember you talking to Fat Khalil.
Yeah, I'm loving Solar Opposites so far. I'm not just so zen.
And Rick and Morty is coming back. Is back already for its next
It's
season.
already back. The first couple episodes have been, especially the last one. Haha, Morty, it's just like Star Wars. Yeah, it's just like Star Wars, Rick. It's like Star Wars.
It's better when there's no consequences.
It really had me thinking about Star Wars.
Fuentes, are you caught up on the last 2 episodes?
Of what?
Rick and Morty?
No, I haven't caught up with season 4 at all. I think the only episode I watched was the one with the snakes.
Dude, that is one of my favorite episodes.
That's like, I can already tell, like, after watching it, and not watching like the rest of season 4, that's like a really well done episode.
Well, I feel like for me personally, I think season 4 was honestly kind of weak up until like the last couple episodes, including the snake story.
I feel like it's hard to
I feel like
standard, because I feel like there's just such high standards for the show now.
Yeah, I feel like
so like the writers are just like, yeah.
In the first couple episodes, the show kind of felt like it was just like kind of Rick and Morty vanilla. Like I don't know if it's because the show had already done so much, but I was kind of expecting more from the first couple of stories we got. But like
Yeah.
What of this
with
season?
yeah, of the first couple episodes. But I want to mention that with like the snake episode, the time train episode, and the face sucker episode, my opinion is completely turned around.
All right.
Like it started off weak, but like it got its footing pretty quickly.
But would you say that I mean, like, I'm just asking. I don't know, like, what if there's like a story being established. Would you say if there's a story being established with
There's
these like last few episodes, those earlier episodes,
there's not
would
a
you say they're a
story
little bit
being
better?
established, but what is established, what is better established is like the meta commentary and the message and the jokes. Like the
Okay.
more recent ones are the more recent ones like with the Terminator Snakes episodes like are the more high concept episodes are the ones that kind of like really do it for me where they take like a concept and just flip it and
Yeah.
turn it inside out. And I felt
Of
like I
course.
think the first episode of the season was like Morty gets a truth turtle and he just goes crazy for Jessica, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine or whatever. It was fine, but like it didn't make me like have a fucking mind revelation like the story train episode.
Wait, what season is this?
This is the same season 4.
The, the newest one?
The newest one is the second half of the season with the slut dragons.
Yeah, I forgot. It did start with the turtles, didn't it?
Yeah, it started off. There was a whole other first half of the season, and they took a break to so I guess he can make solar opposites.
Yeah, Solar Opposites seemed like it was worthy.
I think so too. I don't know how much energy Justin Roiland put into that show, but I definitely like there's a lot of good writing in that show. He's got
I
two
haven't
really
seen
good.
it yet.
How many creators do you know with two really good shows running at the same time?
Um,
Well, when
5.
Family Guy was good, Family Guy and
Oh
American
yeah,
Dad, there was
yeah.
that. Which, by the way,
You
do
think
you guys know if
American?
they make any new American Dad episodes? Because
I don't
I have
know.
no clue.
You think American Dad was good?
I personally thought it was uh once like
Uh,
season 8 of Family Guy came out, I thought American Dad was way
I
better.
think overall American Dad has more consistent quality.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
give it respect for that because like Family
It
Guy
doesn't
like
rely on anything. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It doesn't rely on like cutaways or tropes of like that have been established with Family
it's
Guy
just the characters.
characters.
It's the characters. It's the
Yeah.
characters are generally
Interesting.
somehow more well written than the Family Guy characters. I don't know what the deal with that is. My
I
man's
don't know
is
what the deal with it is.
my man's is out here snacking.
No, I mean I'm just moving stuff around, bro. What you mean?
You
I'm just moving
munching,
stuff,
bro?
bro. This is stuff hitting stuff, bro.
I
I
got
will
some
say I haven't watched anything new. I mean, I've been catching up on like old shit. Like I rewatched the entire series of That's So Raven,
no, you did
and
not.
that shit I did. And one thing I've noticed about Disney is that like they kind of remind me of like that really woke liberal arts student who like kind of tries a little bit too hard. It comes from a good place, but there's still like something off color about it,
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. Like I noticed it at first with like High School Musical too. Like, do you remember that
Facts.
song "I Don't Dance"?
kind of yeah.
So like the whole thing was like I don't know if I was just reading into it too much, but you know the black character in High School Musical, he's like, yeah, I don't dance, because you know there's always like that stereotype. It's like, oh, if you're young and black, you definitely know how to like bust a move and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Correct.
also, the white guy is like, no, I know you can dance. Like that's the song. He's like, no, you can dance. Like it's
Can he
like it
actually?
kind of it was just,
Can
and
he
it's the same
actually
with
dance
That's So
though?
Raven. He can dance though. That
Oh,
kid can dance. But That's So Raven. There's like some really good episodes. Like there was the episode where she didn't get hired because she was black, and I was like, I don't know
oh,
if Disney was doing anything like that at the time. I mean, there was that one Disney Channel movie, The Color of Friendship, but I don't think any other shows were like touching into like job place discrimination at the time.
I just remember a
But
lot of. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, but then there's like other like off-color episodes, like where she goes to meet her family, and it's kind of like that hillbilly Tyler Perry esque
Like,
like caricature.
yeah, like she
Meet
wasn't
the
she like
Browns.
wasn't she dressed up as all the characters like the grandpa and the grandma and like the
Yeah, it was like the
crazy
Nutty
uncle?
Professor
Yeah,
type of
Eddie
thing.
Murphy style.
Yeah,
Maybe that was an homage to the Nutty Professor.
yeah, probably. It was a dumb episode, but it slapped.
It's one of the only ones I remember. I remember a lot of That's So Raven episodes being like, Raven has a vision, something happened. I have to make sure that doesn't happen. Her
She's
interfering
the
makes it
reason.
happen, and she doesn't learn her
Yeah,
lesson ever.
just she never learned her lesson that sometimes you just can't control fate, bro. Some
Wait,
deep shit.
hold up. Are you watching that? Because isn't there like a reboot of that coming out soon for like Raven's
The
World or
reboot already
something?
came out,
Really?
and I checked out a few episodes of it because I was like, I'm interested. Because like after watching That's So Raven and knowing That's So Raven,
You
and the
gotta,
fact that they made like a follow up of it, it seemed unnecessary.
you were
And when
invested
I
in her
watched it,
character.
yeah, like I was hoping they would dive more with like her relation with her parents or something like that. Because in the new show, she is a parent, like she's
Oh,
a mom, a single mom. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll get like, I don't know, what's it like to be a single mom and all that. And I thought they were gonna like base it off like, because you know she came out, right? Like she's a lesbian.
yes.
So I thought that's
Mhm.
what they were gonna follow up with, but it's like, nope, it's just the same Disney formula.
Cash
Here, these
grab.
kids are so quirky.
She's just doing it
Chelsea
for the
is still
money.
dumb.
Chelsea
Kids are so
girl.
quirky.
Didn't
Yeah.
didn't Orlando Bloom get caught in like a strip club with like a pound of cocaine or something? Allegedly.
Did he?
I feel like something happened with Orlando Bloom. I don't know what it was. But
I know
yeah.
the
Sounds about
Orlando
right.
Bloom. He has a big like penis apparently.
Oh,
He was paddle boating, and his little hog was
What?
hanging out.
you know what?
Oh,
I think I'm thinking of Kyle Massey. Where's Corey? Is Corey in the reboot? Is Corey in the House of Raven?
He's not in the House of Raven.
See, this is why we can't have like good reboots because they don't want to have the balls to give us the people we need.
That's true.
I want to see the
And
Lizzie McGuire reunion.
Lizzie McGuire had to
that'd be cool.
Lizzie McGuire had to beg for that to get put on Hulu.
Wait, they're
They
doing it?
did.
She had to beg for it to get put on Hulu because if it was when it was on Disney Plus, they were making too many changes to it, and she was like,
Wait, did they do it?
"I think so, yeah."
It's on hold right now
Oh yeah,
because of the whole quarantine.
Corona, yeah. But
But they
she's
have the same cast doing it. And she's supposed to be like, I think, a single mom or something in that too.
That's amazing. That was one of my first crushes.
that is
Dude, Lizzie McGuire.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of my first crushes for sure.
I respect that.
man. I don't understand why Disney can't just like do something new, man. What's the deal with
Because
all these reboots?
if it ain't broke, why fix it?
That's what they're doing though. They're trying to upgrade Lion King for modern audiences, quote unquote, as if there's something wrong with the Lion King from the 90s that makes it unwatchable now.
I think it's just they want to show off that technology they have.
They just want
You know,
some money. They don't care.
they just
It's
want
all
the money.
soulless. Aladdin was soulless. Lady and the Tramp went straight to Disney Plus. Pinocchio's. Who wants to see the live action Pinocchio remake? When are we gonna get
Isn't
like
that just Child's Play?
right?
Just another Chucky
And
movie.
you know what's funny, right? You know what I was talking about at work the other day. They got rid of the Siamese cat song from Lady and the Tramp, but the movie
Yeah.
still has the word tramp in the title.
You know,
I
I
mean,
never
what does
thought
trap
about
mean?
that.
What does trap mean, though? Hey, Google, what does trap mean?
A tramp is like another like slang for like tramp is old timey slang for like a slut. Is like the
Yeah, it
equivalent.
used to be like a derogatory term.
Oh, for sure. That's the whole. There's a song where it's like he's a tramp, but they love him. Breaks a new heart every day. That was in the
Yeah.
original. Like he was out he
Mood.
was out here just like slinging doggy D, like just getting dogs
Doggy D.
pregnant. That was his character arc. His character arc was learning to fall for a rich girl.
He just wanted to get in her will.
Yeah,
Mood.
but if you think about it, Disney has always been doing like unnecessary sequels and weird like live action versions.
I
Like
was
you,
fine with the sequels till like I don't know, like because something like Aladdin, like those
yeah,
sequels, like they were straight to DVD, so it's not like it was a big deal. Like
it's not like it
I
was.
mean,
It
of
was
course, it was like a
yeah,
big deal to make it, but
but it wasn't.
not to like release in theaters.
It wasn't their flagpole movie for the summer.
Yeah,
Now Disney,
exactly.
yeah, I don't know anymore, man. It's
I don't
almost
know either.
and man, even one of these days we're gonna have to have just a whole Star Wars panel.
Yeah,
I'm
Mm,
down.
I
yeah,
would. You know, until this quarantine, I always knew Star Wars was like a divisive issue, but I didn't realize, like, until this quarantine, how political. I'm sorry to bring up politics again, but I didn't know how political the Star Wars fan base was. It's insane.
Star Wars has always been political, but with the newer films, it's kind of shifted into a different kind of overt messaging, which is weird. It can come off as like from an angle of like less than one side. You know what I mean? Like everybody can agree that
I,
Nazis are bad, but some of the specific ideas that are being pushed are like, well, what's going on here?
yeah, I don't know. Another thing I realized in the quarantine is that nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
Yeah, it is
Like, just
so.
no one hates it more than them.
I was really trying to think. It's like watching your son. Or no, no, you're not your son. I don't know. Your best friend, right? Your best friend,
Yeah,
maybe someone you met when you were like you were only a kid, but they were like 18 and they were cool back then, and then they made some dumb decisions and in like the mid 2000s, but then they had so much chance to go to and do something different, and they let you
and then
down.
they became a completely different
Right?
person.
They became someone who was only influenced by trying to make money, and
They
they
became someone we were sworn to destroy, not
right.
join them.
They became a parody of their former selves.
Yeah.
Sad to see it happen. It's sad to see artistic value be dashed and just completely thrown out the window for because we got to make $1 billion in the Star Wars film, guys. We got to let an indie director who was not quite a proven filmmaker just give him the keys. Just let him do whatever he wants. We don't have to play him. Who cares? The worst part about The Last Jedi is that it's not a bad movie. It's just a really bad eighth installment in a 9 film franchise.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've been. Have you guys checked out the new season of Clone Wars that dropped for everybody during
Not yet.
quarantine?
Not yet.
I still haven't started it, like Clone Wars. I want to though.
I need
I've heard
to.
nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, I want to get on that too. Uh, is there anything else that you guys want to hit on tonight? I'm getting a little sleepy.
I feel that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
after
no,
you.
bro.
It's been a chill night, guys. We had some good conversation. I'm glad we got to hang out with
Yeah,
Kahan for a little bit.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Let us know if you do anything with this.
I'm gonna oops, I'm gonna upload it. I'm probably gonna try to get it uploaded tomorrow. We'll see. I got a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, definitely re-listen to it. If it sounds fried, let me know.
I mean, there's with stuff like this, there's always gonna be like some audio cutouts and issues or whatever. So you just make do with what you
Hmm.
got. And honestly, like that's all you can really ask for. And that's all. Especially on my channel, some of the audio on my stuff is absolute dog shit. So, but
By the way, speaking of your channel, what else do you have planned for it? Like, I mean, I haven't caught up with the read-alongs,
That's
but
a
like, what else do you have? Like,
that's
do
an
you have any more like Digimon conspiracy theories coming
conspiracy theory. That's
out?
an excellent question. I've got
Because
a
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care for Digimon, but like, when you posted that video about the Persona 5 like relation with it,
like the
and I don't even care for Persona 5 either, so
the
you got me
super.
hooked on like,
I did.
well, not like hooked, like I'm gonna start like playing these, but just like the idea that they're connected.
Just like the themes and stuff, like the connecting. I guess
Yeah,
I made a convincing point, maybe.
yeah.
Like on even if I
Like
like
for someone who's never bothered with any of those franchises, I'm like, you know what?
I
This
see.
seems too convenient. You know, the fact that they're pretty similar.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that one took that was a video I wasn't expecting to go down that path, but that was fun. I've got another Persona
Hmm.
video planned where I'm gonna be all of my videos like I start off just like wanting to look at one or two things, and then they evolve into like this like 15 to 20 minute like deep dive into weird topics. So they take a little bit of time to make, but I think right
Yeah,
now my main focus is trying to get a functional like way to streamline out these read along episodes while working on bigger videos on the side.
respected.
So I do.
Like, what other kind of videos do you want to do?
I want to. So if we can we just kind of have like a little what's it called, chat, tech chat, shit, talk shit. I wanted to,
A Zoom chat?
yeah, a little Zoom meeting. I wanted to take my channel kind of some of my big influences right now are like JonTron and Scott DeWaz.
Hmm.
So I want to do like I want to do this is my idea of like perfect content world. It's basically like video game slash anime nerd shit based Blues Clues, like edutainment, because like edutainment, but like with a lot of
Yeah,
fun misadventures along the way. Like
that's
I
gnarly.
want to have
That's
it's
cool shit.
I want to have like hey there, Mr. Toaster. Hi. Do you want to learn about key animators? No. Just something like that, you
so,
know?
so you're into like creating like kind of your own
I
world
want like yeah,
with
like
these videos,
I
like your
want
own universe.
yeah, oops, I just hit my microphone. Yeah, I want like my own world of like edutainment. Like kind of like in the yeah, like Blue's Clues pretty much.
That'd be pretty
He
cool.
had there's some guy in his house who talked to household objects. It's weird. But yeah, I
A
want to
new household object
I'm thinking
every episode.
yeah. And honestly, a new I kind of want to do like a new genre every episode. I think I might be community might be getting its influences in me because I like how like every episode is like different. Like one episode is like a mafia movie, the next episode is like a volleyball like championship story or something. I love how like it's still community, but the way it's presented is constantly changing, and that's what I kind of do with my videos.
Yeah.
I can't wait for like the Star Wars parody of my video. God, that's gonna be like my first like hour long main video. I have a lot.
Just talking
I
about
just
Star Wars.
yeah. I just have a lot of things on my channel that I want to do. I just want to talk to a lot of people. I want to read manga and I want to get some thoughts out. But really, yeah. I've got more episodes of my podcast on the way too. Interesting
I'm
conversations with
excited.
interesting people. Hey,
Hey, what is our episode drop?
your our episode, me and Khalil should be I'm getting them edited right now. So I mean, as soon as they're done, I'll let you know. That's right. I'm having them
Yeah.
edited. I'm not editing them myself.
Big boy,
I'm
big
moving out,
corporate boy.
and believe me, like when I first started recording this podcast, I was literally just recording it on my phone. But now I have some gear. So whenever podcast season 2 starts up, it'll sound just a smidgen better.
I'm excited for those, man. Like,
Yeah. I
it's
was
good shit.
thanks,
It's
man.
really good shit.
I'm really
Like,
glad people are yeah. Sorry,
I
continue.
love the people on them. I'm sorry, like, I sound like such a nerd, and I'm sorry for it, because, like, I know you, but it's good shit.
No, well, like, cause the podcast is kind of like and almost kind of like split off of this idea. Like this is like an almost an evolution of the podcast because the whole idea is just like interesting conversations with interesting people. I try to keep them interesting, so I'm glad you think they're interesting. I personally like for me it's hard to like listen back. I don't know if you guys do this because you're also film people or were at some point. I don't know if you guys like look back on on your stuff and be like, man, this stuff is shit, but I'm gonna post it anyways. That's how I feel. Hello? Oh God, did it cut out again? God damn it! Welcome back one more time. The last time. So tired of these computer issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, closing out, guys. Do you have any closing thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to plug? Khalil, you have anything you want to plug? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Not at all.
OnlyFans. Really?
Yeah, not at
Holy
all. The only thing I want to plug is if you ever want to find me, just search my name, Khalil, KHLIL, NEWTON, on any platform, and I'll be there.
Khalil Newton. All right. And what about you, Fuentes? You got anything you want to plug?
No, not really.
All right. Well,
I mean, I have a Twitter. It's just the Discord name with
so
the one, but I don't
Fuentes
think I
is.
post anything that people would like.
I mean, you never know, right?
Well, there was that one guy who didn't like my stuff. Do you remember him, Patrick?
See, now he knows. Now he knows who to not follow. Now he knows which
Yeah,
posts he can't double like.
yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's a trip.
So.
But yeah, if you guys want to find me, my Discord name is at yikes. I don't know. My Instagram is at yikes, and my Twitter is at yikes with two e's. I might change it to Yikes World soon. I don't know. I kind of like that, but whatever. Thanks, guys. Pleasure to be here. Khalil, always glad to have you here. Fuentes, thanks
Thank you,
again.
thank you.
Guys, tune in to the
No,
next
thank you.
video. Question of the day. What kind of blankets do you guys use? Drop it in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, peace.
See ya.
I use fleece blankets.
Use fleece and blanket.
Yeah.
I like using anything thin.